One of the reasons that we can engage in conflict or heated discussions with someone is often around our own identity. If someone says something that challenges who we are and who we think we are, that can create a conflict. For instance, if someone says that I'm a bad mother, or that any woman who doesn't breastfeed is a bad mother, that identity of being a mom is part of who I am. And the experience that they're talking about and they're judging and having an opinion on impacts how I see myself as a good mother who didn't breastfeed. So what does that mean? So it challenges my identity. And this often happens when we are in conflict with someone, that they say something that we don't agree with because we see things very different from them based on how we see ourselves and how we also think the world sees us. So I bring this up because currently the soon-to-be president of the United States, Donald Trump, is sharing a lot of rhetoric and a lot of talk about Canada becoming the 51st state. And I'm noticing that people are having lots of different, responses to that. And what I would say, what was actually happening right now is we are in conflict with Trump as a country. Trump is challenging our identity. He's challenging who we are as Canadians and are as a country that believes that we are peacekeepers, that we believe in collaboration, working together with other nations. Being part of the United Nations is very important to us. And so these pieces are being challenged by Donald Trump when he says, hey, you're just going to be a 51st state. So he's defining us in a certain way, and that's impacting us. And it makes sense that it's impacting us. Some people want to get up and shame and blame him and attack him. Others are just kind of stuck and they're hiding. They don't know what to do. Others are distracted. Others want to appease him. We're all reacting in a way that brings us comfort. What I would say in this moment, when somebody is challenging part of your identity, part of our identity, is to take a breath, acknowledge it's happening, acknowledge the threat maybe that you're feeling, acknowledge the fear that comes with that, acknowledge the concern, acknowledge these things and sit with it. It's important to acknowledge that this is taking place and that you're feeling this way. Whether it's real or perceived, what he's saying, it's how you're feeling about it and processing that. If we don't process how we're feeling about this, then we get into this state of reaction. And basically our brain shuts down and we're reacting based on fear. And we don't want to be functioning as a country through reactions, whether it's appeasing or fighting or shutting down. What we want to be able to do as a country and as citizens and our representatives, what we want them to do is have their brain on. Their brain on and their brain connected to their body, so they're making the best decisions for us. And that we're making the best decisions and influencing them in the best way. We don't want to be reacting to the statements coming from Trump in a way that goes against how we actually feel and what we believe. We want to make decisions from a place of strength, from a place of confidence, from a place of knowing. And in order to do that, we need to accept how we're feeling right now, acknowledge the situation and all of it that's happening, and sit with it. Let it move through us. And then from there, we're going to be able to work through and make the best decisions that's best for Canada and best for each of us.